Hi, my name is Sandra, and winning the lottery shattered my relationship with my family. Of course, it was and still is the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me, but nothing in life comes without consequences. My parents started giving us allowance when I was 9 and when my brother Quentin was 12. It was supposed to cover any personal spending needs, which, when you're a kid, basically means it's the money that mom and dad give you to buy candy or play at the arcade, and you do house chores in exchange for that. For me, it meant mostly doing the dishes. But for Quentin, it meant taking out the trash and mowing the lawn. I guess it wasn't really that much money, but over the years it increased and became enough for us to have a nice little savings so we could get things like clothes and video games. At least, that's what I did. My brother Quentin has always been a bad apple. He'd buy video games too. He bought a bunch of them, actually. Too many, I would say. Nice clothes wasn't really his deal. But instead of a cool jacket that would last for years, he would prefer to spend his money on drugs that would last him for, I don't know, maybe a couple of hours. That's his deal. Anyways, every time it looks like he's about to get in really big trouble, he manages to manipulate my parents and make them think he's some sort of victim. He went through several therapists after convincing my parents that he was depressed, and every single one of them told my parents that Quentin was lying, which is pretty bold. Mom and Dad still believed my brother for some strange reason that I've never understood. So it wasn't surprising when Quentin stole almost all of my savings and convinced my family that I had lost it. For some reason, they decided to believe the pathological liar in the family instead of the good kid, because I tried to explain to them that he took it from one of my drawers, and then they said that wasn't even possible, and it's my fault for being irresponsible because I didn't keep the money in a safe place. Can you believe that? They basically condoned him of robbery. Quentin took almost $500 from me. He left me with less than $10. I guess that was kind of them to leave me something. Or maybe he just didn't see the coins. I was so pissed that I needed to leave home for a while, so I took a walk just to calm myself down. I stopped at the mini market and I spent my last few bucks. I grabbed a Coke and a lottery ticket. It was close to the cashier and I thought, whatever, I have nothing else to lose, right? I picked the one that started on 17 and finished on 25, my two favorite numbers. I just turned 18 and half of the money that Quentin had taken from me was birthday money. It really sucked and I didn't think much about the lottery ticket. When I got home, the first thing I saw was Quentin playing a video game on a brand new iPad. I stared at him for a while until he noticed me. And then he said, "Do you want to play, sis? And thank you for the gift." I took a pillow from the couch and I threw it at his face. My mom yelled at me, but I was so mad that I didn't even care. I went to my bedroom, packed some clothes, and then I went to my friend Lucy's house to spend the night. The next morning, we all had breakfast together with Lucy and her family. Pancakes and bacon can cheer anybody up. Her dad was reading the newspaper, and I saw the lottery results on the back of the page. What? I almost choked on my orange juice when I saw that one of the winning tickets started on 17 and ended on 25. I quickly got the ticket, and I was kind of skeptical, but then I started to compare it to the newspaper, and after a few minutes, I realized I won the lottery. 17, 19, 21, 23, 25. Those were my numbers. Lucy came with me to the lottery agency to claim the prize, and I needed to fill out some forms and then had an attorney that signed some of the papers for me. I couldn't believe this. Then, after that, they gave me a big fat check for $24 million. Well, okay, let's not get too excited. It was more like 12 or 13 million after taxes, but it was still 12 or 13 million dollars. A journalist from the newspaper came to take my picture. Suck on that, Quentin. The first thing I did with all of the money was buy a couple presents for Lucy and her family. Then I went home, I packed all my stuff, I got an apartment, and I moved out. I didn't want to be with my family anymore, and I figured now I had enough money to buy a house, but at least in the meantime, I would be away from them. Lucy wanted to move in with me, and I figured why the heck not? We really enjoy this nice apartment downtown, and like I said, I'll be looking for a house later and maybe she can move with me there too. You can do a lot of things with $12 million, but I don't want to be like those people who lose everything after winning the lottery. So I did what any other rational person would do. I bought a Tesla. And then I found a financial advisor to help me invest and keep the earnings that I'd won and basically make it so that I can live off of my winnings for the rest of my life. I know you guys might be wondering, what about Quentin? Well, I actually, believe it or not, paid off my family. I gave $1 million to my parents on the condition that they never asked me for anything else and that they never let Quentin ever talk to me again. I blocked him on my phone and on social media, and I told him that if he needs to get a hold of me for any reason, he can talk to my lawyer. Feel free to judge me, but I think I did the right thing, and my life is a lot happier without all of that drama. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and comment below. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.